This is easily the best mouse. Hey gamers, welcome back. This is Risc, and today we're going to look at the best mice of 2022 for your budget and game type. If you're new here, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button below. Also, the links to these mice are in the description of this video below, so if you're interested in any, do me a favor and click that link as it helps support this channel and doesn't cost you anything extra. I don't want to waste any more of your time, so let's jump right into it. First up, we have first-person shooters, and if you're on a budget, I recommend the Logitech G305. The G305 comes in a very sleek and minimalist design with unobtrusive side buttons. I'll throw most of the technical aspects up on the screen, but just a few to mention are the 6 programmable buttons, 1 onboard memory profile, and 1000 Hz polling rate. This mouse features the Lightspeed tech, which is a high-performance wireless tech that outperforms many wired mice. 1 alkaline AA battery should be good for about 250 hours of gaming, or 9 months if you're in endurance mode, and you'll also receive a notification once the battery has 15% life left. The G305 is rated for 10 million clicks, which is considerably less than other mice on the market. However, if you're a casual gamer that doesn't play too often, this should be fine for you for at least a few years. And lastly, I know this is a make or break for some, but the G305 does use a USB-A cord. You can normally pick these up for $50, however when I last checked they were $10 cheaper, so you could pick it up potentially at $40. Staying in the Logitech family, we have the G703. If you game a little bit more regularly or just looking for a nicer mouse, this mid-price mouse should serve you comfortably for years to come. The G703 also has a pretty minimalist design, kind of like the 305, so not much to talk about there. So let's jump into some of the technical aspects. The Logitech G703 features the Lightspeed high-performance wireless tech that we spoke about within the 305 version. It also comes with 6 programmable buttons, 3 onboard memory profiles, as well as 1000 Hz polling rate. Now, with the basic tech stuff out of the way, where does the extra cost of this mouse come into play? Well, it does come with RGB lighting if that's a priority for you, as well as a 10-gram adjustable weight option, so if you want to make your mouse a little heavier or a little lighter, you can do that. And also 3 different ways to charge your mouse. You can have it just plugged in while you play, you can recharge it while you're away from your computer, or you can get the power play option, which allows you to charge it on the mouse pad while you're actually playing. With a full charge on the G703, you should get about 35 hours if you have the default light setting for the RGB setup. If you don't have any lights on, you can get about 60 hours out of it. The switches on it are also considerably more durable, as you're able to get 50 million clicks out of it versus the 10 in the G305. And one main downside is that the charging is actually done through micro USB. If you're looking to pick up the Logitech G703, normally this runs about $100, but when I last checked, you can pick it up for $77. To round out the first-person shooter category, we have the top-tier mouse, which we recommend for multiple reasons, and that is the Razer Viper Ultimate Hyperspeed. This is, in our opinion, the best mouse available, especially for the price. I'm sure you've all seen this listed as the top mouse by many others, and it should come as no surprise as the Viper Ultimate is the stuff of dreams for many of the dedicated gamers out there. Again, as with our previous 2 mice, not a whole lot going on here with the design of the Viper Ultimate, but what it lacks in design, it more than makes up for in tech. The Viper Ultimate features Razer's new Hyperspeed tech. This produces a connection that is 25% faster than any other wireless tech available, and 3 times faster than the competition. The Focus Plus optical sensors also produce an industry-leading 650 IPS, or inches per second, for a truly accurate sensor at 99.6% resolution accuracy. Add that on with 1000 Hz polling rate and you've got yourself quite a mouse. Perhaps the biggest feature and benefit to you as a gamer are the optical switches. These use infrared light beams for the fastest response times possible. They no longer require traditional physical contact, therefore it's 3 times faster than mechanical switches. Oh, and did we mention that the switches are rated for 70 million clicks? That should last you quite a while. The Viper Ultimate features a 70-hour battery life, average 10 hours of gaming a day, and you only need to recharge once a week. A few last tech specs include 5 onboard memory profiles, 8 programmable buttons, and RGB lighting. Unfortunately, it does use a micro USB cord. And good news for all you lefties out there, this mouse is ambidextrous. If all this impressive tech wasn't enough, then get a load of this. Normally the mouse goes for $150, but we have been seeing it as low as $85 recently, so make sure to scoop it up when it's on sale. Moving on from first-person shooters, we arrive at the mice we believe are best for MMOs and MOBAs. To kick things off here, if you're an economical or frugal shopper, we recommend the Logitech G604. Once again, Logitech's coming in clutch for those that are budget conscious. This mouse is the first on the list that actually features a little bit of flair instead of just being very minimalist in its approach. It comes with some textured grip as well as a flared out area to rest your thumb. The Logitech G604 features light speed like its counterparts, a high performance wireless tech that outperforms many wired mice. It comes with 15 programmable buttons, 400 plus IPS, as well as 1000 Hz polling rate. A neat feature of the G604 is the dual mode scroll wheel. It has a hyperfast scroll wheel as well as it enables you to click it left or right like individual buttons. On a single AA alkaline battery in light speed mode, you can expect to get about 240 hours of game time out of the mouse, or 5.5 months if you're in Bluetooth mode. One neat fact is that you can actually be in both Lightspeed and Bluetooth at the same time on different machines. And for those that have a concern about the flared out thumb well, don't worry, as we tested it and your thumb naturally rests below the side buttons. This stellar mouse normally goes for $100 US, but you can find it on sale for about $62 when we last checked. Moving on from Logitech, if you've got a little more coin in your pocket, the mid-priced mouse we recommend is the Corsair Dark Core RGB Pro. The Corsair Dark Core features an almost identical design to the Logitech G604 in that it has a grip-shielded texture as well as the thumb flare. Instead of 6 buttons on the side, however, it only has 4 along with some RGB lighting. This Corsair mouse has 3 different ways to connect, being Bluetooth, wired, or what they like to call their slipstream technology, which is a wireless technology that's supposed to provide sub 1 millisecond speed. The Dark Core has 8 programmable buttons, 3 onboard memory profiles, and what they like to call hyper polling with 2000 Hz polling rate. With the switches rated at 50 million clicks for this mouse, you'll get plenty of use out of it, although we do have to say that you'll probably have to charge it a little bit more often than some of the other mice on this list, as it's only rated for 50 hours of battery life. However, it does come with wireless QI charging, lets you set it and forget it and be charged when you come back to play for your next session. It looks like Corsair is finally putting out some quality mice to match their keyboards. The Dark Core RGB Pro goes for about $90, with it occasionally dropping down to about $70. For our top tier MMO/MOBA mouse, we again have Razer taking the top spot, this time with one I'm sure you're familiar with, the Razer Naga Pro. The Naga Pro is one of the more interesting mice. Its overall appearance is pretty standard for a Razer mouse. However, the unique aspect of the Naga Pro is that you can switch out the side plates depending on what type of game you're playing. Choose a 12-button plate for MMOs, a 6-button plate for MOBAs and Battle Royales, or a 2-button side plate for your first-person shooters. The Naga Pro features all of Razer's latest tech. Get 25% faster connection speed with the Hyperspeed tech. Take advantage of the Focus Plus optical sensor that produces an industry-leading 650 IPS and 1000 Hz polling rate for an absolutely incredible 99.6% resolution accuracy. And let's not forget the incredible optical switches, which uses an infrared light beam for the fastest response times on your click. It no longer requires traditional physical contact, therefore it's 3 times faster than your mechanical switches. Add on the fact that the Razer Naga Pro is rated for 70 million clicks and you won't be switching from this mouse anytime soon. Looking at the battery life on the Razer Naga Pro, you can expect about 100 hours while on hyperspeed or 150 hours while on Bluetooth. And if you need to, you can always plug it in with the SpeedFlex cable to game while your battery is charging. However, its charging cable is USB-A to micro USB. The Naga Pro features up to 20 programmable buttons, 5 onboard memory profiles, and also includes a tiltable scroll wheel. One thing we noticed when testing the Naga Pro is that the side buttons are light and can be easily clicked, so that may take some getting used to. This This mouse normally runs for $150 US, but we've seen it as low as 100. If you can find it for that price, we recommend overall that you go with the Naga Pro. Otherwise, we believe the Corsair Dark Core would be your best option. Finally, the last group of mice we're covering as the best of 2022 fall well under 70 grams in weight, as these are the ultra lightweight mice. Some of these are certainly geared toward first-person shooters, but they are all around just great gaming mice. But being a consistent gamer myself, I know that weight is a big factor to some, and so without any further ado, the best budget ultra lightweight mouse we recommend is the Razer Orochi V2. The Orochi V2 is a very subtle mouse with not a lot going on and a bit on the smaller side, so it's probably best for those that use a fingertip or claw grip style. The Orochi V2 features Razer's hyperspeed tech, which produces a 25% faster wireless connection than any other wireless tech out there. It features a single onboard memory profile, 6 programmable buttons, and 1000 Hz polling rate. Unlike the other Razer mice we've mentioned, the Orochi V2 does not feature the optical switches, but instead opted for a gold-plated mechanical switch, which are good for about 60 million clicks. This mouse works with either a AA or AAA battery, and with a single AA lithium battery, you can expect about 425 hours while hyperspeed gaming, or 950 hours if you're on the Bluetooth. And just so you're aware, the dongle uses USB-A only. And lastly, and perhaps most importantly for this category, the Orochi V2 weighs just 59 grams. The Razer Orochi V2 normally retails for about 70 US, but you can find it typically going for about 60. If you're looking for something a little more flashier than the subtle Orochi V2, then look no further, as the mid-priced SteelSeries Aerox 3 is what you're looking for. The Aerox 3 stands out from the other mice we've covered with its honeycomb design and RGB lighting, and ultimately helps with its lightweight design, as this mouse comes in at just 68 grams. And don't worry about spilling your drink on this mouse, as it features Aqua Barrier, the first ever gaming mouse to receive the IP54 rating, which provides water resistance and protection from dust. Featuring SteelSeries TrueMove Air Sensor, the tracking on this mouse delivers the speed and accuracy needed to improve your gameplay. The Aerox 3 can connect via 2.4 GHz or Bluetooth, and you can expect about 200 hours out of the battery. And best of all, it uses USB-C fast charging. You can expect to get about 80 million clicks out of this mouse, and straight from the SteelSeries website, this mouse is best for those that use a claw or fingertip grip style. The SteelSeries Aerox 3 retails for about $100, and on rare occasions you can find it for $80. Before we get to the last entry in this list, if you made it this far, I just want to say thank you very much for your support. It means the world. Now, to round out this video, I think it's appropriate that we end with a mouse designed by pros for gamers like you. The most expensive mouse on this list, if it's not on sale, is the Logitech G Pro X Superlight. If you can find this on sale, or you're just rolling in the money, we recommend this mouse for the ultra lightweight category. You won't find any extra frills or anything fancy with the G Pro X Superlight, as it has one thing in mind, and that's lightweight speed. This mouse features Lightspeed, which is a high-performance wireless tech that outperforms many wired mice, a bare-bones 5 programmable buttons, and 1000 Hz polling rate. The G Pro X Superlight can run for about 70 hours on a single charge, or you can alternatively charge it while you play with the PowerPlay tech that allows wireless charging, or simply plug it in if your battery is completely dead. Designed in collaboration with pro gamers, they had one thing in mind, and that was to get the weight down, which they achieved with a mind-blowing 63-gram mouse. However, they did decide that they're going to go with a micro USB and not USB-C, and you also cannot program the scroll up or down. The Logitech G Pro X Superlight normally retails for about $160, but you can consistently find it for $130 US. And those are the best gaming mice of 2022. Let me know in the comments which mouse you're going with, or if you have any questions. Thanks, and I'll catch you in the next video.